Before you start this video, I would like you guys to hit that like button, share this video. By doing so, you help this video move through the algorithm. In a lot of Afro Caribbean magical practices, jewelry at times is looked at as a very powerful source of energy, particularly gold. You may find that a lot of practitioners of Lukini are adorned in gold. When you go down to Miami, you see a lot of Cubans, spiritualists. These guys is wearing tons of gold. They're spiritual practitioners. Now in Vodou, you may find the same. In Dominican Republic, I don't need to mention names, but the biggest and strongest community in DR, their leaders are adorned in gold. Now, today, I want to make the focus of this video on the power of magical rings. I've spoken about this in the past, but I've never dedicated a video about magical rings. So, without any further ado, let's get to the topic of this video. When it comes to rings, rings are very powerful. And when you have them, you have to understand that there is a science to magical rings. Which hand you wear it on, what finger you wear it on, and what you should and should not wear it with. In voodoo ceremonies, when you receive your ring for the spirit, you're giving rules and regulations of how to take care of it. Because when you have that ring, you are married to that spirit. You are bound to that spirit. You and that spirit become one. Magical jewelry or rings can be consecrated for different reasons. Or rather I say, it can be fabricated or fabricated for various reasons. Some magical rings can be created to ward off evil. Some magical rings can be created to attract love. Some magical rings can be consecrated to attract wealth and success in our lives. Now, the thing about these rings is that you have to follow the rules and regulations that you are given when you receive these tools. Because if you do not, that spirit of that ring may turn against you. Now you find yourself in financial difficulty. Now you find yourself getting into accidents. Now you find yourself with ailments that are unnatural. Magical rings can be a blessing and a curse, because if you do not know what you're doing with it, your life can turn upside down in the twinkling of an eye. But if you know what you're doing with it, you may begin to see blessings fall into your life. To possess these items, you have to look at it separate from your natural jewelry, because you can wear basic jewelry and not care how you wear it. When you wear magical jewelry or bijoux consacrés or consecrated jewelry, there's rules and regulations that follow. I tell people most of the time when they ask me for a specific ring, such as a street sweeper, master of the woods, I ask them and I tell them at times, first and foremost, do you know what this is? And when they show me that they know what it is, I tell them that you have to take this thing serious. This is not play. This is not a toy, because you're dealing with very powerful spirits that exist in higher realms. Speaking from the Vodou perspective, if you ever desire to obtain such item, you may find, if you go the route of the Wugan, ceremonial Wugan Mombo, you may have to go through a ceremony in order to obtain these rings of power. Now, if you go to a Boko, that's a different ball game, because they're not going to ask you all these questions. What is it that you want it for? And there you go. It takes time to fabricate these things. Now, since I'm talking on the subject of magical rings, I want to share with you a video that I recently shot in the shop. Basically, I created a new design for the street sweeper ring. And the way we've done it, it's different from before. Before, we was fabricating these rings by hand. Now we're implementing a new type of technology into the production of our rings. So no more wait, here's a video. I brought this here so you guys can actually see the difference in detail with the street sweeper ring. This is the white diamond street sweeper. This one is more for love, attraction. That's pretty much what this one is for. But not only that, it's also good for protection against, how can I say this, shape-shifting spiritual beings. That's a complicated thing to talk about that I don't want to get into this video. But basically, on a positive side, this is more towards love and attraction. This is silver, but these are actually white diamonds. But the combination, I know it sounds crazy to people. Why would you put white diamonds in silver? Well, that's for spiritual reasons. But I want to show you the difference between how we used to do this. This is actually a new profile. This is actually a new computerized way of us doing it. Look at the profile, look at the detail, right? You can see that triangle here. Oh shit, I need to fix myself back up, pardon me. We have this triangle detail here. And now if you look at the old model, this wasn't that detailed. And now the pyramid there is there specifically for a reason, that cutout there. Now, again, that adds into the ring's spiritual power, but that's a whole nother thing that I don't want to get into. But you can see the difference in the details. And not only that, the edges, if you look at this, this is actually an old street sweeper ring. This is the old edges. And you can look at this in comparison to the new profile. You can see that the new profile is sharper. The edges are sharper, everything is sharper. And this is actually computerized. So we actually made this as a copy whatsoever, wax mold and everything. And then from there on, we did what we needed to do with it. And we got this perfect profile for the new street sweeper ring. Yes, this is silver, but actually it can be done in gold as well. The black diamond street sweeper, yes, that is a classic ring. But just want to show you the new details in regards to the street sweeper ring whatsoever. I'm going to show you the old profile. This is even an older model whatsoever. This is my personal piece. You can see how it's not even centered really, how
Now, when you look at a new piece, like you can see the diamond down there is not even centered, you know, and that gives off the accuracy of the ring too. Now, you look at this one here, it's sharper. It's actually perfectly centered. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this ring or the gold black diamond street sweeper, you can definitely contact me at 973-395-6455. I'll also put the contact info down in the description area and in the comment section.